are the two organizers. Could you tell us why you choose those two guests and what's the concept today?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the concept of LeSalon is basically, it's an excuse for us all to gather together and take a moment to discuss an issue that we all feel is relevant for each of our daily lives or within the industry. And we were just brainstorming on what we would like to talk about, and we came up with mass production.
And we thought about who's available, who could we get to speak, and we know a lot of designers, obviously being a design agency, and we wanted to deal with something that was relevant to everyone within the company, and then also sort of our peers and people that we work with and deal with outside the company that would come in. And we have chosen two people that are related to product design. So one's a retailer, Arnault, who works with Capok, who runs Capok, and then Wing, who is the creative director of Milk Design. So he's very much from the sort of mass production side of design, and then Arnault is very interested in sort of much sort of more artisanal design, and sort of intricate designs and pieces that aren't made in kind of big batch quantities, that are made in much more sort of small quantities.
You probably have your opinion on the subject.
Yeah.
If I ask you what makes a product unique for all or all for one, what's your answer?
I think it's the story that the product and the relation that the product has with you, and I think that that's something that we're seeing a lot more of, is companies trying to make their products and themselves more engaging for the person that buys that product. Whether it's having a product that is very individual, or telling a story that makes that product appeal more to you and is something that you can relate to, rather than it just being something you purchase and then it's kind of over and done with.
And regarding your industry, which is serving companies that have to sell products, what's your positioning? Is it really commercialize it later, or is it more keeping the quality, the dream?
I think that there's a time and a place for both. I think, there's the craft in this intricate way of doing things has a place, and then on the other side there's the mass production, which serves a fantastic purpose for all. So I think it depends on the project, it depends on the need of the client.
We view this as a moment to take a break, for all of you to stop and listen, hear some insightful comments from two people very passionate about these subjects, and then to continue the conversation later and have some drinks and party on.
Okay, so having said that, we've broken this talk down into three main segments. The first one is fabrication, the second is the consumer, and finally we're going to ask some questions about looking ahead and how we think the industry is going in terms of mass production. First question is for Arnault. Now Arnault, as a retailer, have you witnessed a particular trend towards craftsmanship and uniqueness and away from mass production?
I think, well, first, this is why I started the shop, actually. I think when I was traveling, like maybe going to Paris or Tokyo, I like to find small shops, that are very surprising, and you find some product that, wow, are a bit crazy, and you've never heard about, and I think this element of surprise I felt was really missing. What is missing is independent retail, and I think a lot of people. I think it's really. I mean, I think the story is really funny, because there's something that the small brand and the small designer can do, and the big brand cannot. I think, yeah, of course, people really want this unique product, but not just because they want to be special, but because they connect with the story and they connect with the people that make the product.
User, because user is the people who use the product. It's not only a consumer, someone who pay the money to buy the product. I mean, user is the real person who will talking about ownership. How do you feel you own something? If you just own some digital element, do you feel owning something? You need to buy more, and because they need to produce more, and because the machine is getting bigger and bigger, means that they will produce even more.
Think about the effects of buying something that needs constant replacement. I mean, as a child, I remember my grandmother, my parents, they would replace a washing machine every 10, 15 years. Now that I'm buying my own washing machines, I have to replace them every year and a half.